Hi guys, welcome to SosinIAS Academy. This is Hima Hegde presenting before you the current and contemporary affairs in anthropology. To begin with, we have gene therapy. Gene therapy is a rapidly advancing field of medicine that has the potential to revolutionize the treatment of genetic diseases. The aim of gene therapy is to replace, repair, or modify genes that are responsible for contributing or causing a disease. This approach offers a new way of treating diseases that were once considered incurable, such as cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, and sickle cell anemia. Gene therapy works by introducing a healthy copy of a faulty gene into a patient's cell or by editing the existing gene to correct the mutation. There are two main approaches to gene therapy: ex vivo and in vivo. In ex vivo gene therapy, cells are removed from the patient's body and modified in a laboratory before being reintroduced back into the patient. In vivo gene therapy, the gene therapy is delivered directly into the patient's body, usually through injection or infusion. One of the major challenges of gene therapy is the delivery of the gene therapy to the target cells. The gene therapy must be delivered to the correct cells in order to have the desired effect. This requires a delivery system that can safely and effectively transport the gene therapy to the target cells. Several types of delivery systems are being developed, including viral vectors, non viral vectors, and cell based therapies. Viral vectors are the most commonly used delivery systems for gene therapy. Viruses are used as vectors because they are naturally able to infect cells and deliver their genetic material. Scientists can modify the virus to remove its harmful properties and replace them with the desired gene therapy. The modified virus is then used to deliver the gene therapy to the patient's cell. Non-viral vectors are another option for gene therapy delivery. These delivery systems use various methods such as liposomes and nanoparticles to transport the gene therapy into the target cells. While the non-viral vectors are generally safer than viral vectors, they are less efficient at delivering the gene therapy. Cell based therapies involve modifying the patient's own cells outside of the body and then reintroducing them back into the patient. This approach has been successful in treating certain types of cancer where immune cells are modified to target cancer cells. While gene therapy holds great promise for the treatment of genetic diseases, there are still several challenges that need to be addressed. One of the main challenges is ensuring that it is safe and effective. The other one would be the cost. Despite these challenges, gene therapy remains a promising approach. Advances in technology and increased understanding of the underlying mechanisms of gene diseases are fueling the rapid development of new gene therapies. As the field of gene therapy continues to evolve, it has the potential to transform the lives of millions of people living with genetic diseases. Culture and mental health. Let's understand the cultural dimensions of mental illness. Anthropology is the study of human culture, behavior, and society with a focus on understanding how people interact with their environment and with each other. On the other hand, mental health refers to the state of well being in which individuals can cope with the normal stresses of life, work productively, and make contributions to their community. Anthropology and mental health are intertwined, as the cultural dimensions of mental illness are crucial in understanding how people experience and cope with mental health issues. Mental health is a complex issue that can be shaped by many factors, including biology, psychology, and culture. Anthropology recognizes that culture plays a significant role in shaping mental health. as different cultural groups may have different beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors towards mental illness. Anthropologists seek to understand the ways in which culture shapes mental health by examining the beliefs, practices, and values of different cultural groups. One important way that culture shapes mental health is through the stigma associated with the mental health. Stigma is a negative stereotype or belief that people hold about a particular group, and it can be a significant barrier to seeking help for mental health issues. Anthropologists have studied the ways in which stigma around the mental illness is constructed and perpetuated in different cultures, and how it can be challenged through education and awareness raising campaigns. Another way that culture shapes mental health is through the expression of symptoms. Different cultures may have different ways of experiencing and expressing the mental illness, which can lead to misdiagnosis or underdiagnosis of mental health issues. For example, in some cultures, physical symptoms such as headache or stomachache may be more common than psychological symptoms such as anxiety or depression. Anthropologists can help healthcare providers understand how cultural beliefs and practices can influence the expression of mental health symptoms and how to adjust treatment plans accordingly to the treatment plans. Anthropologists also study the role of social support in mental health. Social support refers to the network of family, friends, and community members who provide emotional and practical assistance during times of stress or crisis. Different cultures may have different expectations and norms around social support, which can influence how individuals seek and receive help for mental health issues. Anthropologists can help identify the sources of social support available in different cultural contexts and how they can be mobilized to support individuals experiencing the mental health issues. In conclusion, anthropology offers a valuable perspective on the complex relationship between culture and mental health. By understanding the cultural dimensions of mental health or the mental illness, healthcare providers can develop more culturally sensitive treatment plans that take into account the unique beliefs, attitudes, and practice of different cultural groups. Through collaboration between anthropologists, healthcare providers, or communities, we can work towards improving mental health outcomes for all individuals, regardless of their cultural background. Let us now understand the application of anthropology in international development. Anthropologists working in international development apply their knowledge and expertise to help address issues related to poverty, inequality, and social justice in developing countries. They work with local communities to understand their needs, beliefs, and cultural practices and use this knowledge to design and implement effective development programs. For example, an anthropologist working in international development may work with a community to understand their traditional farming practices and develop strategy to improve the agricultural productivity while respecting the local customs and traditions. They may also work with local healthcare providers to understand the cultural beliefs and practices around health and illness and develop culturally appropriate healthcare programs. Anthropologists in international development also play a crucial role in ensuring that the development programs are sustainable and do not harm local communities or the environment. They work with the policymakers and stakeholders to design development policies that are sensitive to local cultures and social structures and promote equitable and sustainable development. Anthropology's application in international development is crucial for creating effective, sustainable, and culturally appropriate development programs. In conclusion, Anthropologists bring a unique perspective to development work, and their expertise in understanding cultural diversity, social structures, and human behavior can help create positive and lasting changes in developing countries.